Alrighty. So I got notification that I was getting drug into some shit. Went over to check it out, and then I really got drug into the middle of it. But I kind of volunteered for this, so here it is. 4 months ago, these videos right here, the slideshow, part 1, part 2, part 3. These are when Jeff Claw went out and he did the search for that canyon that had the rock in it, that had the D and the M in it. I didn't carve the damn thing, so let's not go there. I look at enough crazy shit. Pitcher Canyon. This was a slideshow from when Jeff went out to look and see if the skull was there. This is the video from it. The Joe May Guzzler Flat Top, the Rattlesnake, and Picture Canyon were all from his next trip out there, and that was basically to show these cliffs. And then I believe he slid and started shaking hands with that rattlesnake. This M Cave Mine photo sequence, I believe that is the video from where or slideshow that Jeff had found his original pictures on the skull. So yes, Jeff actually has been out there 3 times in the last 4 months. I mean, Jeff doesn't hide anything. He puts it all up there. Now, did he do the exact same hike 2 times? No, because he realized this is the wrong canyon. And I think I know which canyon it is, but it's something that I want to go out and look for myself, because I have some ideas about that one. Alright, as far as me talking about Martians and all of that shit, no. When I look at something, what I do is I have a list of questions. Alright, Kenny Veach goals. These are all the things I want to answer for myself. This is one I'm working on. The relationship of Missing 411 and Kenny. This one here is a letter I wrote to David Politis. This is ideas that I have had for videos. Vibrations. That's where the vortexes came into it, because in order to investigate something, you have to look at what are the things that could cause the sensations. I mean, that's just it. What I had was, I went over the vortex, I did the deep underground military bases, military involvement, energy weapons I haven't got into. I did camo. I have not done false memory planted. These are all things that, in order to look at something, these are the things, to me, either I can show these things exist, deep underground bases. Do I know that there are cruising submarines underneath the desert? Yeah, I don't mind going down some rabbit holes and getting into some crazy shit. But that one might be a little bit steep for me. And I believe some crazy shit. But just because it's out of my comfort zone of wanting to believe it, there really isn't a hell of a lot that I wouldn't put past the government. Right here are all of the things that I look at. If you remember, for sickness, I also looked up at uranium. My whole thing behind the uranium was if they had done the bomb testing out there, what's the lifespan of that? I know it breaks down to half-life, that breaks into a half-life, that breaks into a half-life. How long does it take for that to be gone? If a person gets into a spot where, say, the wind don't hit it and there's a little higher concentration, does that make you sick? Hell if I know. So everything that I do is either for a possible answer, it is for me to either give credit or debunk. And that is basically it. But Jeff Claw, he was out there 5 years ago. He was out there 4 years ago. In the last 4 months, he's been out there 3 times. I believe. I might be mistaken. He might have done the slideshow, this hike, and then he went back out, did the Pitcher Canyon slideshow, and the mine. But it seemed like he did this one after, but I could be wrong. But I do know his videos are here to back it up. So anyway, hopefully that clears it up. And, it is what it is. But I understood exactly why Jeff went up there for this one. He was trying to show Jay that this is not a feasible route to take off from the bottom down here and shoot over the top. And I seen that on topo maps, and then I started looking at different it don't matter, we're not turning this in. Anyhow, there's the videos, and if you read the titles, the slideshow, that was all the still pictures Jeff took. This is where he went up the wrong canyon. And then I believe this is where he went up, and instead of staying right, I think he went left. And then I think this one is where he made it up to where the white rocks and everything are. It's been a little bit since I've watched him. And then this is where he went up because that flat top rock, that rock is too big. You have to think about it. Watch the video that War did on Really Robin, and you will watch one of these peaks hides behind another peak. So you have a false top, and the rest of the hill goes up. I showed you guys how to do that in a video. There was a reason for it. This was exactly the reason. So anyway, there it is. Yes, Jeff has been out there definitely 2 times. I'm thinking 3, but I could be wrong. It's hard to keep track of all of this stuff. So there it is. Later.